Welcome to RPG Community College. Today I got a build guide for Nok Nok, one of the greatest heroes to ever set foot in the Stolen Lands. If you think books are dangerous because they steal words from your head, or that horses are evil creatures who should never be trusted, then you and Nok Nok are gonna get along just fine. Nok Nok is an incredible damage dealer. He's downright OP when you first add him to your team, and he's gonna remain a pretty solid party member throughout the entire game. Knife Master rogues deal even more damage than their normal rogue counterparts because they get d8s for their sneak attack dice instead of d6s, and goblins are natural born rogues with their +4 racial dex bonus, making Nok Nok a very tempting choice for any adventuring party. And personally, after exploring the Stolen Lands with my buddy Nok Nok, and having him teach me what it means to be a true hero, I really couldn't imagine playing Pathfinder without him. He's my favorite character by a country mile, and I promise you, the best part about Nok Nok is his mannerisms and his dialogue. Being incredibly OP is a close second though. You're going to find Nok Nok after saving him from an execution at the Goblin Village in Act 2 after finishing the Troll Trouble questline, and his stats are going to be looking something like this. Nok Nok is going to be level 7. The feats that have been selected for him are going to specialize him into dual-wielding kukris. Martial weapon proficiency is going to allow Nok Nok to wield kukris, while two-weapon fighting and double slice are going to make dual-wielding more effective. He also has weapon-focused kukri for a rogue talent, making them even stronger in his hands. Toughness and dodge are not necessarily what I would have chosen, but I also can't really say that they're bad choices. They do help keep Nok Nok alive, and so does slow reactions. This is a handy rogue talent that is going to keep Nok Nok safe from attacks of opportunity, allowing him to run away from whoever he's attacking if he needs to. When I level Nok Nok, I put every level into rogue. Sneak attack dice are a massive DPS increase, while advanced rogue talents are very strong, and they complement the playstyle extremely well. Every attribute point I put into dexterity. It is by far the most useful stat for any rogue, and I invest Nok Nok's skill points into basically what he already has been invested into. The order of their importance is how I listed them on the screen, with the last skill, Lore Religion, only getting a point into it every other level. For feats, I like to focus on making Nok Nok into the most efficient damage dealer he can be. Outflank is a reliable teamwork feat that is very easy to take advantage of while being incredibly powerful. Improved two-weapon fighting and greater two-weapon fighting make dual-wielding much stronger, giving you additional attacks. Critical focus makes confirming those critical hits even easier, while improved critical makes them happen more often. I get improved critical so late because for a long time the kukris that you're going to be using are going to have the keen stat on them, doubling their critical range, and this does not stack with improved critical. I will talk more about gear in a little bit though. For rogue talents, we get a lot of pretty neat things that are going to make rogues much more of a team player. Opportunist is going to let Nok Nok benefit from other allies attacking the same target. Blinding Strike lives up to its name, but only on a crit, not on a hit. Double Debilitation allows 2 debilitating strikes to be applied to the same target. An ability that I'll go over in the next section, Crippling Strike, lowers the strength of any target that manages to get hit by sneak attack damage, making strength-based enemies less effective in combat, and it can outright kill targets if their strength is reduced below 0. And Piranha Strike just lowers your chance to hit, but gives you increased damage. There's no real benefit for anyone but Nok Nok with this one. Rogues have some great abilities that allow them to do what they do. Evasion makes rogues much more durable than they seem, able to completely negate damage from AoE skills on a successful saving throw, while Uncanny Dodge makes it impossible to be caught flat-footed, and the improved version makes it so you can't be flanked. And Blade Sense gives you a dodge bonus to your AC when you're getting attacked by a light-bladed weapon, like daggers or short swords. These abilities do a lot to help a rogue stay in the front lines. Weapon Finesse makes it so your attacks with finesse weapons add your dexterity modifier instead of your strength modifier on their attack rolls. And Finesse Training will do the same for your damage rolls with the selected weapon. With Nok Nok, you only need Finesse Training for kukris, Because you more than likely won't be using anything else, Debilitating Strikes allows your sneak attacks to apply debuffs to your enemies. I use Bewildering Strikes, which lowers AC, and after getting the double debilitation rogue talent, I also apply Disorienting Injury, lowering their attack bonus. Using Nok Nok in combat is going to be all about getting sneak attacks. You can do this by flanking an enemy, which in this game is done by having two people attack the same target. There is no need to be behind the enemy. Being invisible is another way. If the enemy has no way of detecting invisibility, then you will trigger sneak attacks. Also, any enemy who is considered flat-footed will trigger a sneak attack if they don't have Uncanny Dodge. Nok Nok is going to work really well with any other characters that increase his ability to hit and deal damage. Harem, with his Destruction Aura, is a huge damage increase for Nok Nok, providing additional damage for every attack and automatically confirm criticals, as well as all the other buffs that come from being a cleric. With all of the bonuses to attack and damage rolls that bards can provide, Lindsay is going to help out Nok Nok a ton. Increasing Nok Nok's chance to hit does wonders for his DPS, and so does casting haste on him. But now let's go over the gear that I have on him real quick. Here in the head slot we have the Stubborn Head. You get this item pretty much right after meeting Nok Nok. You end up going to a goblin fort and assaulting it, and you have a little cutscene with Nok Nok, and you got some skill checks to pass. If you pass all the skill checks and choose the right things, Nok Nok will steal the crown off the Goblin King's head, and this is the item that you'll get. In the cloak, we got a Cloak of Resistance. Nothing special here, just give him the highest resistance cloak that you can spare. We also are using a Ring of Protection. Both these items are really common and they're used on most characters. For the other ring here, I have the ring called Sentinel. This gives him a shield bonus to AC, which is pretty useful because he does dual wield, so there's no way he's going to be using a shield. So this is pretty much the only way he's going to get a shield bonus, and it helps him out a little bit, makes him a little beefier. Also gives him a little DR, which, it's okay. In the neck here, we have the River Fox's Memento pendant. You get this, I think it's around Patax. Gives you bonuses to mobility and trickery checks, and it makes you deal 1d6 extra damage to any target that's flanked, which Nok Nok is going to be doing all the time. So this pendant works very, very well with Nok Nok. For the chest here, we have Ghost Leather. You get this in a secret area of Armag's tomb. You'll have to look down in the description. I have a list that I'll put in there of all the items and where you can find them. And this one can actually be gotten by dimension dooring through a crack in the wall. But it's crazy good. It's only a +3 leather armor, but it gives you greater invisibility if you do manage to get hit, guaranteeing that you'll get sneak attacks for 2 rounds and making you much harder to hit. The belt, we just have a boring old stat belt. This one's got strength and con on it because the helmet gives you a +4 enhancement bonus to dexterity, so you don't really need to get that on your belt, so just give him some con and some strength. Oh yeah, another thing to note about Nok Nok, he doesn't really have a lot of strength, so if you do want to wear armor on him and you don't want him to be over encumbered, you're going to want to give him a strength belt. That's probably should be a priority for Nok Nok. He definitely needs to get a little strength. He's also wearing a pair of alkali gloves. These are a very nice pair of gloves for any class that attacks a lot, which Nok Nok attacks a ton, up to 6 or 7 times a round, I'm pretty sure. Very, very strong pair of gloves for him to be wearing. And for my boots here, we got a pair of Opportunist boots. Based on Nok Nok's feat selection, he's going to be getting attacks of opportunity all the time. These are very useful for increasing the maximum amount of attacks of opportunity that Nok Nok can get in a round, and he's definitely going to put these boots to good use. And probably one of the most important parts of any DPS class is going to be the weapons. And down here, I'm wearing a pair of kukris that you get for completing Nok Nok's companion quest. And Nok Nok's companion quest is actually pretty easy. Pretty much just don't be an asshole and you'll be fine. Before you get these kukris though, in the same Goblin Fort where you fight the Goblin King and you get your helmet at, hidden behind some perception checks is going to be the Mother's Care and the Mother's Warmth kukris. So as soon as you get Nok Nok, you'll be able to gear him up pretty quickly. And he's going to be very strong when you first meet him. And because of these items that you get, basically in the next area you go to after you meet him, Nok Nok is going to get very strong very quickly. And I think that's going to be all for the video. If you'd like to continue your education, enrollment is free. All you gotta do is like and subscribe. I hope you learned a thing or two. Thank you for watching. I wish you the best of luck in all of your endeavors, and I hope to see you again soon.